Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that I've forgot to press record at the beginning of this video. We have the last 3 hours of this, but not too much has happened, essentially. Basically, what happened to the party was after they rescued Sergei and Alexander, both of them alive, thank goodness. They retreated back to the HVC after uncovering some interesting documents and things that they took from the Crimson Dawn's hideout at the Ivory Winery, the basement beneath it. After getting back to the to the HVC, they began dissecting all of this information. They found information on Alexander and Sergei that both of them are in fact some sort of experiment of the Crimson Dawn, and that whatever is inside of them is able to essentially tether to their soul and keep them in this world, making them these sort of immortal soldiers of the Crimson Dawn. And that is basically what they discovered, and they are now just headed back to the HVC for a rest to dissect the information and then move on with their journey. Thank you for your patience with my ignorance to press the record button.
Shouldn't we go and get some rest?
Maybe we just go back to the HVC, take it from there.
Perhaps that is the best idea.
I think Vox will finish dusting himself off and just kind of pull up his boots again to be evenly matched, and then he'll just start treading in a random direction.
Well, so you have it. Charlotte will also follow along.
Okay. As you all make it back to the HVC, our attention shifts somewhere else in the city. Silas, what are you doing?
Well, is this like after the things happen, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so Silas is actually without knowledge of everyone. But he is at the moment actually taking a stroll. But it is actually, if we would be around, he's taking a stroll towards the HVC, actually.
Okay. I would say for
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
sake of plot convenience, sorry, Silas, you're sort of leisurely walking, and you walk into the street of the Toad Princess, and sort of near the alley of the HVC, and you see approaching is the rest of your party, looking a bit haggard, a bit bloodied, and yeah, you see them approaching.
Well, Silas does pause for a minute. He is actually a little bit confused why they looked so rough. He sees Sergei, right? He sees the two brothers.
Yes, you see the two brothers.
His eyes go pretty wide. He's kind of shocked. And when they would get closer, he was like, "Guys, do they look at him?"
You guys see Silas seemingly on his way to the HVC as you all turn into this alleyway.
Yeah, Silas, by the way, he looks a little more worn out than you usually would see him. But anyway, he just like speed walks a little bit closer to you guys. What the hell happened? And how were you alive? What did I miss?
Are your clothes like a bit unkept or tattered since the last time we see you?
Yeah, it's a bit unkept at the moment, and like he has darker like eye bags, I would say, only a little. It's like not very noticeable. You have to look to see that he's more tired than usual.
Vox, make a perception check for me, please.
Yep.
It's a very
He
high.
does not trust this guy.
It's a high DC.
Yeah, that's only a 13.
Can I give him advantage?
If you're also looking at Silas,
I'm definitely, but I'm like a silent partner in the background.
Okay,
Also
so-
just checking him out.
sure.
Okay, round 2.
Is that not 20?
15?
There's a strange odor coming from Silas.
Oh no, he's French. Fuck.
No. It's
Kill him!
it almost smells like I don't want to say fecal matter, but
Bro, what?
it's a very
Oh,
faint,
I say
seemingly.
it again. He's French.
The Discord.
But yeah, that you just catch a whiff of that.
I think right after you ask that question, Vox just takes a few steps forward, and he just kind of like, is there any like semi-loose fabric on you that's just like hanging on you at the moment that looks a bit tattered?
It would probably be like his. I think his shirt is a little bit out, or something like that.
Okay, I think he'll just kind of look you straight in the eyes with his usual deadpan expression. No, and then he'll just kind of look at your clothes, especially like the area where it's like torn or a bit damaged or whatever.
Can I help you, Fox?
He just kind of walks past you towards the headquarters.
Okay. Still, why is no one asking? Why is no one shocked? Where were you, and why is Sergei alive? Hello, Sergei. Nice to see you. I'm not seeing a ghost, am I?
No,
Fortunately not.
strangely you are not.
How?
Look up here, Benny.
They do look different, like as last time, right? If I recall.
Yeah, you notice Sergei's like nails are longer, and both of his legs have been replaced with augments. The bottom parts.
Okay. You look a little bit how do I put it? different?
You don't say.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm just gonna go that way. I think I need a shower. He walks actually into the HVC. In contrary to what he did tell all of you.
Shiloh follows.
Okay. So you're all heading into the HVC.
More specifically, my room.
I just want to know from last battle, is Gidget still in working order? That's all I want to know.
I believe so, yes.
My monkey has been murdered once
Again.
again.
Once again.
I would say Alexander wouldn't go to the HVC, he would go to the bar under the HVC. He
Okay.
needs a drink.
Okay, so you are going
Silas
to...
will just literally immediately go to like the bathroom.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
Okay, so you can sort of place yourselves in here. So yeah, you all enter the HVC. And immediately, as you enter, you can also sort of place yourselves here just to indicate where you are. You hear like scuffling and things, and Fulon pops his head out of his office, seeing all of you entering up the stairs. Oh, welcome back. That was quick. What the hell happened to all of you? And what the... Sergei? Hello?
Sergei, sorry, I wanted to say Sergei is with
okay.
what's his face?
Okay, Alexander.
With
okay.
Alexander.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're just not here.
Fair enough. What the hell happened to all of you?
We found the brothers.
You
Both
say
of them are alive.
you say that in plural. How's that possible? You told me that Sergei was dead.
Yes. We did, didn't we? It's, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but through some kind of scientific means, they managed to bring him back. According to certain files, this is not the first time, not by a long shot.
So you went to where the brothers are.
The Crimson Dawn, yes?
Oh,
The winery.
well, okay then. And you know what? We have to have a talk about this. I assume you have these files with you?
I look at Vox. Well, I have my own, yes?
Well, I definitely think after you all have possibly rested up or feel up to it, we should have a meeting about this. It seems quite big. We can plan out our next move, and I'm now assuming that with all that has happened, you're back in the game.
Who are you speaking with exactly?
Just you or anyone.
Well, as I said, Hefulon, it seems like your mission directly crosses paths with what I want. So I am, for all intents and purposes, all in.
Right.
And in exchange, I am going to go claim that empty room now. Thank you. And he's going to walk up or downstairs, wherever, and he's going to
Right.
go into that room.
I think let's take an hour. Within an hour, let's convene within the dining hall, that large table up there, and
Yes. It's up here, isn't it?
yes, yes. It's
up the stairs.
it's basically you walk into it when you go up the stairs. I think let's all take an
Found
hour.
it, thank you.
All right, we take an hour, and he just ignores, like, looks as Charlotte climbs the stairs, but then looks at the rest of you. Let's take an hour and reconvene there. We can put all the evidence on the table and speak about our next move. Does that sound good? This is directed to
I'll
everyone.
be in the top living room if anyone is looking for me. And then she just makes her way upstairs.
By the way, Alora, the party found advanced alchemists. Shyla found it. Advanced alchemist tools within the laboratory, so you can just add that to your inventory. It's not an actual item, just custom item.
Yeah.
Advanced alchemist tools. You know what these things are. You found 3 things, which is. It's a centrifuge, a microscope, and an elemental condenser. It's 3 very expensive alchemy supplies that seemingly were used to create the bleed or whatever from the liquid Eulari.
Cool.
So yeah, you have that with you. Okay, yeah, and Fulon walks upstairs, gathers a few papers with him, and he's just sort of sitting at the dining room table, just writing out a few things. Waiting for all of you to convene here within an hour. So, if you indeed are going to this meeting, what are you all doing for this hour? Anything specific?
I will tell you what Shiloh is doing. He goes up to this wall, right over here, and he's going to. Would you say that like there was like thumbtacks lying around somewhere in some cabinet or something?
Of
that
course.
He would be able...
Of course.
Wonderful. He takes the files he has on bleed, and he pins it to the wall, and he's essentially now putting together almost what you just showed us.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's putting his own one together, like all the information that he has gotten so far. So he's just like sitting on the floor, taking a bunch of papers that he got from Fulon, and he's writing things and he's drawing things. For instance, he starts with the fucking, what are they called? The Ravens. What he knows about the Raven Gang, puts it on his own, like on a file, and he like connects that to the Crimson Dawn, all kinds of information that he knows about the Crimson Dawn, and then the Crimson Dawn he connects to like the bleed files and all those things. He connects the House Adaway with himself. And essentially all the information that he's got, he makes like these connections, like a typical, and I would say he also got like wool or something, or string that he like connects everything with. So he's starting to build this like wall of information for himself.
Yes.
I will do that in my own time.
Cool.
It's fine.
But yeah, if you'd like, you can use this because I'd like this to be like the general discussion thing for everyone.
Okay.
What you can do is there's a text option for this, which you can place text down and like make it different sizes and things, and you can maybe you can do like Raven.
Can I edit the files here?
No, you won't be able to do that, but you can put text on the things like this, for example. Like you can do the text, and you can even change its color or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'll do that at my own time because
halfway through your brainstorming, I think Vox kind of just stumbles in with a hot cup of joe, and he just kind of stands there in the corner, the coffee steaming in his hand, with his other hand like on his hip, and he's just kind of standing there in the corner, kind of just watching you put all the pieces together.
Shiloh doesn't notice you at first. You find him like he's like rubbing his chin, staring at the wall with his elbow, with his left hand holding his right elbow, just like thinking, this index finger over his mouth, looking at everything. And then like, hey Vox, you don't knock Isa, do you?
Yeah, his eye just kind of blinks.
Shiloh just stares at you. Can I?
I stare back at you. Don't say a word.
I think a good 10 seconds of silence follow. And then Shiloh breaks.
I think by the time we stopped looking at each other, the steam in my coffee has stopped steaming.
Actually, you know what? You just stared for 10 seconds, and then he's, instead of like asking why you're there, he's just like, "How do you drink that?"
And he puts the coffee on the table, and he just kind of ignores your question, just stoops a bit forward. His attention now seemingly directed on the board you've got going on there. He just kind of looks at it.
Hey, Vox, can I help you with anything?
He's just reading.
Yeah.
Says,
Vox, I would say you still have the like project files on you, so if you'd like, you can like add it to the board or something like that.
Yeah, I think he kind of just gets a scope for what's going on this board, and I think after a while you hear some like a fidgeting on his cloak, and you hear like the rustling of paper essentially being unfolded, and then he just takes out these 2 project binders and he kind of just stuffs them in the correct category.
I think as you like inspect his work, Charlotte just starts to explain it. You see, Vox, I have realized with everything that we've been through the last couple of days, for some strange reason, most of it is connected. You see, the Ravens, the people that we were after first, they have the connection with the Crimson Dawn, who coincidentally created our beastly friends downstairs. And the Crimson Dawn, obviously the people that are supplying these crystals. But that is not the only connection, because as we've recently found out, I have a connection with House Attaway, who knew my father. My father has used the same technology on me that is used on the brothers, which indicates that he worked in some way with these people from the Crimson Dawn. And he shows you all the connections.
He
And for some reason,
his
all of
eyes
it.
follow your hand as you
For some
explain.
reason, all of it is in some way connected to this. And he takes out one of the crystals. It is used to do strange things. Like the man that almost killed you the other day. It's the white coat and the red eyes.
Kind of looks at the crystal, then his head like kind of turns in the direction of the board again, and his eye seems to be focused on the report, the Unsterblich report, and he kind of, his finger just jots down on a sentence in the first paragraph of the revivification process summary. I don't know if you're still following, but he puts his hand on a line that basically says, "Our benefactor, however, has much interest in it," and he points at that.
Yes. The mysterious benefactor. And Shiloh like takes out a paper and writes that word, the mysterious benefactor, with like just a stick figure man with a giant vraagteken over his face, and he just like sticks it underneath it. There are many parts to this puzzle that we need to figure out. And I know I told Fulon that I'm merely staying because it seems like his intentions or his wishes correlate with mine, but I will let you in on a little secret, Hevox. I am quite fond of puzzles. This is a very interesting one at that, he says, just looking at his masterpiece.
You guys, like, I really encourage you to, like, draw on this thing. You can even, like, make red lines and shit everywhere.
But Gigan, the board that I built is like these pages need to be much smaller. You know?
Yeah, no.
There's
But
like a
you,
lot
you,
to
you
it.
can just click on the
But I will
pages.
do it on my own time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did Vox actually take me and Sergei's papers? Because if he didn't, I would have liked to take an. Fucking words! I can't speak. You know what I mean. I'm done.
But he did take it, I think.
To answer your question, yes, I did take it.
So Alexander, that was the paper that you found back there. You would have given it to Vox, or what? Do you...
If he didn't take the papers, I would have taken them. But he did, so it's fine.
Okay, wait. Are you speaking about the paper that you took off the wall, or your two?
No, not that paper.
Okay.
I'm talking about
our two.
like our files.
Yeah, I would say that they have it.
Okay, cool.
I think Vox just kind of takes like a permanent marker and just starts like making circles around important parts on the document.
Shiloh cringes at that because you're messing with his work.
You just hear
I think
with the marker.
I think this is all we need for now, Vox. Maybe we should meet up downstairs for that meeting Hefulon needs. And he just points to the door.
He takes one last look at this document and he just seems to be fixated on the signature at the bottom of this document that says good doctor.
I am a surgeon! Well, can I post pictures here? Please.
Oh,
No, rather not for the fucking copyright laws. Rather not.
Yeah. So I'll just wait for Vox to leave the room.
I think he vandalizes the paper even more with more scribbling. And then he eventually walks out and forgets to take his coffee.
Shiloh takes the cup off the. I think he just throws it into the kitchen as we pass it, and he will go down to Fulon's office. Wait, where's Alora at the moment? Is she outside?
Alora is sitting in the same place in the same area that you guys are.
So just to recap, Fulon said he wants to meet you at the dining room table, which is over here.
Yeah, up here.
And as you walk out of the door, you see Alora sitting in a couch, right over there.
Yeah, Laura's currently playing with Gidget, but yeah, she would lock eyes with you when you walk out of the room. She would say, "Did you find? What were you two busy with?"
Nothing important.
Inside check that, please.
Okay, make an insight check.
No, nobody fucking believes. So funny.
12.
I mean, it's an empty room, you know. I'm gonna make a deception check with my -1.
I think, Alora, when you ask that, Shiloh gives you that answer, obviously. And then Vox just kind of walks out with a marker, a Copic marker still in his hand, and you just hear the clicking of the hood just go back onto it, and Vox just kind of stuffs it into his cloak again.
Yeah, Alora, Shiloh's talking bullshit. There is something important in the room.
Okay. Do you mind if I check if there's nothing important in that?
If you must.
Well, and then she stands up, she walks very proudly to the door, and she swings it open, and she looks in, and she's like, well, that doesn't look like nothing to me.
It's just a project, Fräulein. You don't need to get worked up about it.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm gonna go see what it
Sorry, I just have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm just gonna interrupt for a moment. I think let's take a 5-minute break because I drank a whole pot of tea and I haven't gone to the bathroom since.
So fucking tea.
So yeah, just remember that conversation. Think about what you guys have been doing in this hour, and then what you would like to say at the meeting, and things like that. But we'll be back just in just a second. See you guys just now. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for humoring me. I feel much better right now. But I believe we left off where Shiloh, you walked out of the room, told Laura nothing important was going on in the room. Laura saw straight through that. She walked into the room and she's sort of checking that out right now. Yeah, so Laura, what do you do for this hour of rest? You can all take a short rest, by the way, as you're going through this process.
How long is the short rest? Okay, but I haven't sitting still. So
Okay. So in this hour, she was just sitting on the couch, but then when Shiloh and Rox eventually went out, she went in, and then she would just go in reading everything that's on the board. And if Keegan, you can put the board back on, please.
Okay, of course. Here you go.
Wait a second. Yeah, so she would clock the word DS. Oops, no. So, but excusez-moi, was the wrong. She would clock the word deviant on Alexander and Sergei's case subject file, and she would then turn to Shadow as she's read everything, and she would say, "Do we know what a deviant is?"
Sorry. Yeah, I guess Shiloh would have like just stood behind the door, wait for you to. I am not sure, to be honest. Keegan, would Shiloh know what like deviant means in this context? Can I make like a?
So basically, to make an intelligence check for me.
Because okay, I'm gonna make an intelligence check. That's a 17.
So in this context, taking Ulari and the bleed all into consideration, those that are considered like successful in the Unserblich project like
are not
deviants
because they are under the control of the Crimson Dawn.
Yes, but it seems that deviants are those that were not successful in the project. So what that means is not necessarily that they're not obedient, it's just that they didn't take to the project that well. They failed at...
They just died. It just didn't come back to life.
Not necessarily died, dependent... I think your eyes fall onto this... 2 paragraphs at the bottom of the bleed paper, and you can read this one that says vastly reduced intelligence situation may be salvageable, subjects portray heightened obedience. So it seems that this process was done to many people. Those that are successful are like the immortals or the Unsterblich, but then those that failed, they become deviants, but it seems that the word situation may be salvageable comes to mind. So like they might have repurposed the failed Unsterblich subjects essentially.
Okay, but so fail in this instant means reduced intelligence? Is that what it means, that it failed? Because I still don't understand what...
Okay, so...
Failed because...
But it's... so if you would read through these things, I believe it says, like they don't become the immortal soldiers, essentially. Only Alexander and Sergei have become these... perfect immortal soldiers. They're trying to create more of them.
As opposed to what? Like It's either they become the immortal soldiers, or what's the other thing?
Or
That's what I'm trying
or they have reduced intelligence but heightened obedience.
That's a deviant, in other words.
Yes.
Oh, that's exactly the opposite of what I thought a deviant is going to be.
Deviant is they deviate from, in this context would be they deviate from the Unsterblich project. You think that maybe... No, I'm not going to tell you that, but it's someone that has not been successful in the Unsterblich project. They become stupid, more obedient, and stronger, but they're not immortal, and the situation is salvageable. That is the word. They may still have use for these mindless, strong things that have failed in the process.
Okay. I guess Charlotte just says, well, my guess is, since they are called deviants, they're not exactly what was expected of the whole process, as in deviate from what they wanted to achieve. I'm guessing our brothers downstairs are not deviants.
How old are these subject files? Do we know?
Is there a date by any chance?
I don't see a date, but I don't know. Well, couldn't read this. So
here's the thing. They recently acquired their memories, and my guess is all of their memories. So if you want to know exactly how old these files are, or how old they are, we can ask them.
yeah, but I'm more interested in how these two revived each other. Did you read that?
Wait, just ask that again?
I'm more interested in how these two managed to revive each other.
They didn't. Alexander
they
took
did.
Sergei
No, they did. If you read here, they returned by subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you see, Alexander
subject.
took Sergei back, and obviously for the process to happen again. They have
after
someone working for them that is able to do these things.
I misread that. I thought it was meant they somehow revived each other. That's what it meant. Okay, never mind. Oh well, an interesting.
Would that be all, Miss Alora?
House Rose. Do I know anything about House Rose?
Make a history check.
Is there rating +4? That's a net 20.
Huh. Okay. You know, House Rose is one of probably the wealthiest noble houses, they are essentially the creators of Uluri. They created Uluri in the first place to be a magical storage substance. Of another magic storage substance known as prismonium, which it's basically a crystal that can contain magical energy. Uluri is a natural variation of that House Rose cultivates, essentially, because House Rose has a deep green terrace bloodline that allows them control over plants and nature. So you know that they're the creators of Uluri and probably the city-wide suppliers of it.
Okay. Interesting. So do House Rose... Okay, but they provide it to a lot of people within the city. So
yes.
Easy to get. Okay. Alright. Let's just see if there's anything else I want to see. Yeah. Is there anything of use that you and Bob's found while inspecting these files?
Well, of course I found... Oh wait, you're asking about the files. No, this is about it. I know that I don't know if this is going to mean anything to people like you, but these strange markings over here are of some kind of luminate nature. Eh? That is luminate.
Yes, with your high Arcana check you made on that, it's a Luminate formula for exactly the exact doses of Eulari needed to revive someone, essentially.
Yeah, I do convey this
Interesting.
to Alora. Would that be all for our line, Alora? and the
Yeah, I
hairbox?
think that's all.
That's wonderful. Please, please, please. And he just like shows you the door.
I was just trying to help, but alright. And then she makes her way out.
Okay. Anything
Closes the door behind him.
Anything specific you'd like to do for the rest of the hour, Alora? Or are you just like maybe investigating the alchemy supplies that you've got, or yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the table next to Charlotte and Vox and just playing with the alchemy set on the table, waiting for everyone.
Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted to play. Okay.
Sorry, I just really want to know for if someone would like to sand down the armor he got, would you require him to go out and like buy some sandpaper to do this, or
so you want to you got the Attaway...
basically, yeah, so he has the Attaway armor, and his plan is basically to sand it down to get it back to its like pre-painted state.
Okay, I would say this is a lengthy process, and you'd probably need like, what are even like blacksmith tools? Like you'll have to go buy blacksmith tools, I'd say, if you want to do something like that.
Tools.
Yeah.
There's also another thing I want to ask, so I just saw that. I need to buy bullets, because that's a thing. Where can I do that?
There would definitely be a place nearby. So if you'd like to do so in the hour, you could definitely go out and do that and spend the appropriate amount. I'd say there are like not firearms. There would be like a store that has firearms. Yeah, there would be like a firearm shop type of situation. Obviously, you need like your permits or whatever for that. But yeah, if you'd like, you can spend like 5 gold pieces for 30 bullets, if you'd like.
Oh well, you're being generous, because usually they cost 2 gold pieces per one.
Wait, I don't think that it's literally a piece of iron. Let me just check D&D.
Well, here it says cost 2 gold pieces. A bundle size is 5, so maybe it's 2 gold pieces per bundle.
Ammunition is... it's like a bundle. For 10 bullets, it says here 3 gold pieces for firearms.
Okay.
So we'll call it that. 3 gold pieces for 10. So you could spend the accurate amount.
Yeah, so buy 30, and then...
Okay.
Yeah,
so
9 gold pieces.
9 gold pieces. You have bullets with you again. So Solon, you're looking for blacksmith tools?
Yeah, so I would think like Solon went to his room, looked at the armor, realized what he needs to do. I think he would specifically go back to the blacksmith, which the very first day Sergei and Alexander went to. He'll head over there.
Okay.
And inquire on how long is the walk there?
It's not that far, but you can like take like trams or whatever to get there faster. So if you want to do it like in an hour, I'd say spend like 1 gold piece.
He's kind of on the schedule, so...
Okay, we will say 1 gold piece for tram services to there and back, and you go to True Steel with the Gnomish man Baymore Wohan there, and it's 20 gold pieces for blacksmith tools. So he goes, "Oh, you're back. Yes, of course, we can fix you up some blacksmith tools. That would be 20 gold pieces." And he begins like putting files and hammers and like a small anvil and things, and begins bundling it for you, essentially.
Solon still has like some of the money which he owes Vox back for the food, but he kind of needs that currently, so he's kind of pondering by himself if he's gonna use this now. But yeah, no, he'll use the rest of the gold to buy the blacksmith tools and just not say anything straight away to Vox about that.
Thank you for your business. By the way, any leads on that Raven gang? Yes?
Some, but I don't want to say too much.
Right.
But I would say we're making progress.
Right, I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully they won't come stealing my Euler supplies anytime soon. But thank you for your patronage.
I think that's sorted out.
Oh!
But don't take my word for it.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Cool. As you're walking back, taking trams, just make a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay. That's a 21.
Okay, you sort of, let me just get my notes out. You sort of, what the hell, where is this? You sort of, as you're sitting on the tram, there's a radio on the tram that sort of blurs, and like a radio presenter speaks on it. This just in, folks. The Attaway Mansion is on fire. According to eyewitness accounts, they saw a large blast of magical arcane energy tearing off the roof of said house, and the whole place is on fire. The Attaways claim that it seems to be a malfunction with one of their new designs, but citizens of Zecesta have expressed concerns about the trustworthiness of Attaway technology. Will this be the downfall for the Attaway Corporation? Well, we'll see if they can, both metaphorically and physically, douse these flames. And in other news, the Pandemonium Hippodrome will be returning to the city in Stratgan Park for its annual circus performance. Get your tickets now, they are selling out quite fast.
Can someone make like a issue check on this? I think you've mentioned before, but exactly this Pandemonium.
Make a history check.
70.
Yeah, everyone knows about the Pandemonium Hippodrome. It's a circus that comes to town annually, and it is a yeah, I think that's basically what you know. It's a spectacle for everyone to behold. Even the noble houses travel to the Copper District to see it. It's quite a spectacle. And yeah, it returns annually to the same location in Stratgan Park each year.
What date is it? Is it like in how many days, basically? Did the radio say?
I think the man would have said in 2 days or something like that. He would say, yeah, get your tickets now. They are selling out fast. Only 2 days left. Come see this remarkable performance. Mr. Blythe says that it is something you would not like to miss. Furthermore, police brigades have discovered an unsightly scene within the Southern Industrial District, a scene of horror of illicit criminals, as far as they could have been identified, pierced through by various pikes and pieces of metal, seemingly portrayed out for the open for everybody to see. Is there a new terrorist group among us? Or is this just more not tomfoolery? Or is this just more criminal activity that is becoming heightened? Possible gang wars? Miss Lishra Gondego says there is nothing to fear about, and the Grand Garrison is on the case, and they will find the perpetrators and shut them down for good. Please.
Oops.
Now enjoy some old timely music as I send you into this afternoon, and a bit of like this type of music. No, not this type of music. As sort of like, nope. Just like this type of music begins playing over the radio as you take the trams back to the HVC. And yeah.
Do I just add blacksmith tools to my inventory?
Yes. And yeah, I would say that this took quite some time, so like it's going to be 10 minutes before this meeting. So, and also you gather that the filing and sanding of this armor might also take some time, so maybe you could do it like at a later time and just attend the meeting first. Okay, cool. So as you're headed back, brothers, what are all of you doing?
Getting smashed.
Okay.
Drowning in alcohol.
Miss Betty Germana walks out of the bar and just goes, "Well, where the hell have you been? You look terrible. Here!" And she just puts two massive, like, things of, of brass ale in front of both of you. "Drink up, boys!"
You know
Would
just how to
Alexander
treat the
just
man when he's knocked down. The fucking chug them, whatever.
Well, that's your
Yeah,
fault for... that's your own fault. I mean, you did come here, so I believe that it... maybe not all your problems will be sorted out, or the solutions to all of your problems might not necessarily be found at the bottom of a beer mug, but it certainly helps.
It doesn't
we'll
hear her,
see.
he's just
And
chugging.
yeah, I was like, Alexander puts down his glass of the chugged and says, "We'll see," and he like knocks it to indicate he wants another one. Also, Sylvester said we should add this to his tab.
Well, of course,
He's a very generous dragon.
well, he did leave that 40 gold pieces here, so yeah, of course. And she just clicks her fingers, and Escher, the guy that betrayed his father and that shot at all of you just maybe like over a few days ago, almost looks down and shakily brings another brass ale, and Betty just grabs it out of his hand and slams it in front of you, Alexander. And Escher just makes himself scarce. He just doesn't even make eye contact. He just...
I think Sergei will definitely like side glance at Escher like when he walks by or whatever, just like not necessarily death staring him, but near death staring him.
I get it.
Oh yes, the classic near death stare.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys just spend an hour here, or what are you doing?
Well, we didn't know. Somebody's not going to
fair
get
enough,
us for a meeting.
fair enough.
Yeah, we don't know there's a meeting. No, I would say I would mention Alexander. Alexander would mention that he did see our 2 files containing our information. I would mention and say something like it mentions something about us being from sorcerer's blood. Do you believe the lies the Crimson Dawn makes up?
No way that can be true. With your knucklehead, there's not a shred of intelligence in it.
And then you sit down another beer.
Okay.
Time to get negative intelligence.
You just...
Sorry. Well, just to make sense that the brothers will know about the meeting, can Alora on the way to the shop just pop into on the way back from the shop and pop into the tavern?
Sure.
So she will pop into the tavern, see the brothers, and then slowly make her way closer, and then she will say, so there is a meeting Flulon wants us to attend. in about, I think, 10 minutes.
I can get nearly drunk enough in 10 minutes. I don't think I will be attending.
How are you both feeling after everything that happened?
Sergei burps.
Alexander just drinks.
There is nothing to feel. It's fine. It's okay. It's.
Oh, well, it's good to see you both in somewhat good spirits. Yeah, that was my favorite pair of shoes, but
It's okay. Sylvester said he'll pay for it. It's okay. He is generous and paying for everything. It's okay.
If it says he won't pay for it, just be more angry. He's quite the pushover.
are you sure it's a good idea to continue drinking? I mean, we still have a meeting. If you both are even capable
There's
still.
a meeting? What?
When did you mention there's a meeting?
About 3 sentences back before there was vomit all over my shoes.
Who the hell threw up on your shoes? Let's
Lady,
go beat them up.
you need more beer. We have a meeting.
Oh, you're gonna need something a lot stronger than beer, and she places 2 Tarragon 10 years in front of each of you. The whiskey.
I need something. I got all my memories back. I need something to take them all away again.
The bar owners of this world is very capitalistic when it comes to drunken customers. Here, have some more alcohol. Yes, give me your money.
That's what I do for an income. So just like
Is
I
Asher still
understand.
in Alora's? Sorry.
You're asking for Escher.
Is he still in line of sight? That's all I
Yeah, he's there, but he's clearly avoiding coming close to you or even making eye contact with you or the brothers.
Knowing Alora, she's gonna go in open places. So I'll see you both in the meeting then. I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
something.
the meeting. We'll see you there. Sergei, and he like pulls Sergei in. He's like, what fucking meeting?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
For
Alora's just gonna, literally, as I think Ash was trying to look at the floor, not trying to make eye contact with them, she's literally gonna put her head in his line of sight so that she can't literally look away, and she's like, "Hello."
Hi.
I just wanted to ask how you were. How you doing? You doing good?
I'm busy, as you can see. Perhaps we can talk another time. And he like turns away from you.
No worries. Another time then. And then she just looks at the brothers. Are they still on the table? Did they not leave yet?
Nope.
We're arm wrestling.
You never told us about the meeting.
There is no meeting.
She's gonna go back to them soon. And she knows they probably have forgotten, and she's gonna be like, Did you guys know there's booze in the Fulon bought a whole pack of booze, and we're all gonna drink it, so I think it's a good idea to go back there. It's free.
How strong is it?
As strong as you like it to be.
No, that's
That's what I'm talking about. We need one of these Tarragon whiskeys to go.
All right. And she throws a to double Tarragon whiskey for each of you on the rocks. Slides it out. You enjoy your meeting.
We'll bring back the glass sometime, something like that.
Oh,
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
Such a nice lady.
Keep it as a souvenir.
Thank you.
Oh, my darling, and I bow and start stumbling out.
Yeah, the funny thing I have in my brain now is a 1.65 Allura with these 2 meter tall guys, and she's just trying to, please don't fall, please don't fall.
You just like tug at them to like course correct them in a straight line. But yeah. Is there anything else anyone would like to accomplish, or can we sake of brevity to the meeting?
Just one thing. Would Shiloh be able to maybe put together 1 or 2 of them sticky bombs within this hour? I would say he would be like sitting at the table, and he takes out this drawing that he did the night that they spent in the inn, of like this plan of like the sticky bomb that he wants to build, and he just starts to put it together.
Yeah, sure. As you're sitting there, make a technology check for me. This is your first prototype of it.
That is a 30-20.
Okay, yeah, I think you sit there and Vox, you can see this Allura if you would come by the table. Shiloh is just sitting there with a bunch of tools and shit on the table, working on creating something, and you successfully create a first prototype of this. So you can,
and he does it pretty smoothly. It's like almost as if he's building Lego together. He just takes out all of this raw material, puts it very neatly in front of him, and the only tools that he has is like a screwdriver and like maybe a hammer or something, and he just like if you build something in a Lego game, and suddenly creates it, and like a bunch of Lego blocks fly out of it. Yeah, yes. And he just like inspects it, and he just Laura, are you next to him?
Yeah. So what does it do?
It's a sticky bomb, and then he sticks it onto your forehead. It sticks.
He takes it off, and it's interesting. I wonder what the mechanics are for this.
We'll find out soon enough. And he just places it into his. Okay, cool. So I have 1 sticky bomb now. That's pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
The materials that I bought was for how many? Can you remember?
You did buy materials. I can't remember how many. But the sticky bombs are priced at, I think it was, like 3 gold or something for one? Yeah, 3 gold for a single sticky bomb.
Yeah, it was 3 gold for one. Yeah, but I bought the materials that are only worth 1 gold, because we already have the 2 gold worth of crystal.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
It's 1 gold for the materials, and then the Eularai is 2 gold. So I just snatched some Eularai and I put it in there.
So yeah, you make a sticky bomb with a Eularai core that can be overloaded to explode, essentially. So yeah, I don't remember how much materials you bought, but let's call it like.
Let's just say 3 for free. Later I'll just build 2 more.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, because this was your first one, it took like the whole hour to assemble it.
Yeah. I was like doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, as this is happening, Silas, you were taking a shower.
Yeah, he was like when they got there, I think he was like in the bathroom for like 15, maybe 20 minutes. So it was fairly weird, I guess, because it's a long time for someone. And he would there's not much he would do afterwards. I think he would just like slump around, maybe go into his room for a few, but I think he would be the last one to go to the dining table for the meeting. He looks slightly better, but like he doesn't have his usual like a grin or like preppiness on his face. Like he still looks like okay, but there's something weird. I don't know. It's a weird feeling people would feel, I guess. Something like that. It's a vibe.
Cool. So
Slightly off vibe.
So eventually, the brothers with Alora attempting to steady them arrive within this room, so you can all just move your minis there.
We have one seat missing.
Yes, we do. Who are we missing from this?
Solon.
Solon. Oh, there he is.
We just need one more. Yeah. Yes. It's
Solon
on the
just
table.
lies on the table. Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, you all come up to the meeting table. I don't know, Solon, maybe you sit like with one ass cheek on the corner of the table or something.
Maybe something like that.
He rolls up one of the bar stools from the kitchen
I
counter.
think Silas will do that and just give Solon the chair.
No. Alexander looks Solon directly in the eyes and says, "Kom sit op papa's skoot."
Oh no. Silas will give Solon the chair and just like stand next here to Vox.
Where's the alcohol?
So Solon, you can sit on the chair.
If you finish the meeting, then you can get your alcohol.
No. I need something. I need something to get me through this meeting.
Alright, I'll get you something. And then she goes and gets 2 glasses of water, but then when she comes back, she's like, this is the best vodka you can ask for on the market. It tastes exactly like water, but it does the exact same thing. And then
Alexander is very drunk, but can he see if we can figure out if this is vodka or not?
Make an intelligence check with disadvantage. You're both considered poisoned, by the way.
Okay, intelligence. Not one, it's gonna be a 0.
Not 0!
The water makes him drunker.
You, this is fucking vodka, man. I think you're so spaced out, you don't even care. Fulon just picks up, you should be careful where you breathe. You might set something on fire. Stay away from Sylvester. I don't know, we might just create a human flamethrower or something. That's a very...
Somebody say flamethrower.
No.
No.
Wait a moment! You guys drank meat without me?
You paid for it, so you were there in spirit.
So would you like some premium vodka as well?
Well, yes, if it's actually vodka, yes.
Vodka I've ever drunken before.
Just be aware, it tastes exactly like water, but it has the same effect eventually. So. She then places a glass of water in front of Sylvester. Well, let's start the meeting then.
The scene would make a really good painting, especially like on this side of the table with the slot. Like it's you two, just like two brothers, just like roughhousing each other here right next to me, and Vox is just sitting perfectly upright with his 2 hands together, like the mom is just disappointed in you two.
Well, I'm glad you all are here, and that you've at least taken an hour to recoup. I've heard that some crazy things have gone down at the Crimson Dawn's hideout, laboratory, the Ivory Winery. So, how about we get everything we've learned, any documents that we've taken on the table, and discuss possibly what they mean, what leads they could lead to, and what we should, do next.
Well, Shiloh just immediately starts to speak up. I think maybe the most important thing to bring to light and just discuss is that our friends over here, the brothers, seems to have at some point at least been in cahoots with this Crimson Dawn. Care to explain anything about that?
I think he's talking to us, Sergei.
Oh, sorry. I had
Scheiße.
this tune in my head. It was very delightful. It
The
went
more you
like.
drink your vodka, the more you will understand.
The point is, we have been working with these people, and they failed to mention at any point that they were part of this group.
We're
And
group or they
you
forced.
failed to mention that you're a fucking robot.
I wasn't aware of my nature, alright?
You didn't mention
There's a
that you
difference.
didn't know that you were a robot.
You've got you there.
Shiloh is flabbergasted. His mouth is almost open because he was about to say something, but he just starts to crash. He just sits
He's
back
got
down.
you there, Robo Man. Sergei, who the fuck is that again?
I don't know.
Is this all of the evidence that you got from them? No one else took any other papers?
I think Vox kind of scrambled around in his cloak, and he takes out the breed crystal in his glove, and he just elegantly puts it on the table, far away from these two nincompoops.
Yes,
One of the table.
the bleed crystal. Used for something they call Project Unsterblich, which translates in Asterian to immortal. Apparently, it's some kind of process that is used to bring individuals like the ones in front of us, back from less than favorable circumstances.
As Shiloh
Death.
starts saying this, Sergei just starts humming the tune that he's hearing in his head because he doesn't want to hear what Shiloh's saying. Or doesn't want to think about it, rather.
Alexander, I will just remind you of the things that you picked up as well.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
about to do a thing. The paper. Oh yeah. He just starts rambling and he starts looking through his body like he can't remember where he put it. Can I make like a check to see if I can actually find this thing?
Make
While you ramble, you just hear the chair next to you like squeak against the floor as Vox just moves a few centimeters away from you.
I don't have a bomb on me or something.
Just
This time.
make an investigation check for me with disadvantage.
Oh yes, -1 to investigation. I mean, it's a 5.
You scramble around. You don't find anything, but everyone else hears. Clearly, he's fiddling with a paper and something glass. Like glass is shifting around within his satchel or whatever that he has. He can't find it, but there's clearly something in there.
We'll get it now. Continue.
Alexander, if you don't mind me, I could possibly help you with this endeavor.
Depends. We're gonna get me a drink first. That man.
If anything, you owe me a drink because you didn't invite me to your previous drink out.
How about you get me a drink and then I'll get you a drink?
That doesn't make any sense.
We've got a deal.
Yes, the grower said you would pay me for my new shoes that they vomited on. Thank you for that.
Sylvester sighs and he just nosedives into your bag and starts rummaging.
You hear clink, 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 and Sylvester brings out two things. A large syringe that glows with green liquid eulari, and this paper. If you look on Owlbear.
Der Kessel. What does that mean? Gas.
The boiler.
Kettle, I see. I think Shadow says that. Does Shadow see this paper?
I mean, Sylvester places it in front of all of you.
Shadow just reads it out loud. The boiler. What the hell is that supposed to be?
Alexander just starts laughing. And he points to and he slaps Sergei in the chest. It says the cockmaker. The cockmaker.
It says it's a clock maker.
I don't
Nothing we
believe
can't
you.
read.
I think he wants to fight us, brother.
Oh,
Hey, Fulon, does this name ring a bell to you? It's a clock maker.
You're saying it incorrectly. It's the cockmaker.
Shadow, my boy, it does not. I've never heard that alias before.
And
Good day.
this device.
Salutations.
Konnichiwa.
This device looks, I don't know, quite alien to me. And you can all see this paper. This is not just some artistic thing like these rings over here. It seems to be a blueprint. I can't.
Does it ring any bells to for us?
No.
Not. Okay.
Would it mean anything to Alora?
Nope. None of you would recognize this.
That
Quite interesting. Can I make a technology check on it to see if I can decipher what it is exactly?
Sure.
Besides maybe just an overcomplicated boiling pot.
Sure. Make a technology check for me. It is a blueprint, so, or like measurements and
Never mind.
words and things.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Can I make an alchemy check? Because maybe it works with chemics? I don't know. I wouldn't know that. That's a dumb question. Never mind.
you can make an alchemy check for me. Just quickly glazing over it, but this seems more like a engineer's drawing of this thing, and it is. Shiloh, you look at it, and even with your knowledge, you are unable to decipher it. It is so complex, so pristinely drawn. The mechanics of this does not make sense to you. That is how advanced it is.
Yeah, Charlotte just looks at it and he feels he almost feels like demasculated because he doesn't know what it is, and he just says, "It's probably just some overcomplicated kettle that the Crimson Dawn uses. It's probably nothing important."
Laura, what was your check?
22.
22. You look at this thing. It's definitely saying that it is an overcomplicated boiler or kettle is not far from the truth. But what you can tell is that it is something that seems to be mixing two different substances in a perfect way to do something. It has something to do with gas of some sort. Two substances that are liquid mix, and then it creates a gas from it. But you can't tell any more than that because it's so complicated and complex.
Are all the notes now on the table that were on the board?
I would say so, yes. You've all, if you'd allowed, you all sort of brought it here, and you are now discussing openly all of the things that are going on.
Okay. I think Fox's chair creaks a bit as he leans forward to investigate the schematics of this thing. And then he kind of extends his arm and takes a hold of the bleed, the paper that says bleed. And he just kind of goes through the creation process again with his finger and keeps like looking up and down at the boiler
You
thing.
know what? I seem to have missed a lot. Well, you guys were gone. This is weird.
Oh yes, concerning that matter, where on earth did you go, my boy? You look a bit roughed up. Are you all right?
Yeah. I guess I'm just a little bit tired. You know. I tried staying away, but I guess I couldn't. Look at me. I'm here again. But I don't really go anywhere, I guess. I mostly stayed at Cloaks for that day and just came back.
Inside check from Vox.
Okay, inside check. Silas, roll persuasion or deception, and roll it just to me.
Just to clarify, so you just said that you stayed at Cloaks for the most part, and then you came back here.
Yeah, for the day he stayed at Cloaks, and then...
Vox remembers that you told him you're gonna stay at Cloaks for one more day, and then go somewhere else, and then come back. So to him it's a bit, like, weird that you say it in that way. That's why I'm doing the inside check.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So just deception or persuasion, roll it to me.
Yeah, I
Silas, and then... Okay, cool. Loading. Did the numbers come out on your side yet? Oh, there it is. Silas seems truthful for the most part, Vox. You don't detect anything off.
I think Vox just eyes you up and down again, but then he looks at the papers again.
Silas feels a little uneasy next to Vox. I'm gonna say you sense a slight, you see a slight uncomfortable twitch in his one finger, I guess. But then he just like he also looks towards Solon for a second, and just quickly looks back to the table. Yeah, I've seemed to miss a lot. But I think I'm slowly catching up. So the brothers were resurrected more than once. I see. That's crazy. I don't know how that would even begin to happen. But this is really interesting, I have to say.
I would say after mentioning
the need of more drinks.
Yeah, I agree. And they stumble towards the kitchen.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you would allow
Laura
me
just
to...
places another glasses of water in their hands and says, "Here you go, the best vodka you could ask for."
Don't you have anything with taste?
I don't feel drunker after drinking this.
The best alcohol I would know. I come from a very, my family has good taste, so I know that the best alcohol tastes like nothing, but it works the best. So
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Alexander stands there for a second, he's completely spaced out, and he sees Sergei sitting down, he's like, oh, okay.
Hefulon, if you would allow me to connect the dots for you. Obviously, this crystal, Eularai, that we have been after since we started this whole mission, that we found in the quarters of the Ravens, are being used in some way in cahoots with this red crystal now known as Bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And what we know about this is that it's being used to apply the Project Unsterblich. It's bringing people back from the dead somehow, and Shiloh kind of reads through the Unsterblich paper, and I am quite disappointed to read this because I thought this whole project was found on a good scientific basis, but they claim that the crystal connects itself to the soul of someone. Obviously, they have absolutely no idea what they have in their own hands, and are blaming it on some kind of fairy tale. But whatever it does, it has an unbelievable effect on those that are deceased, as we can see. And he points to Sergei.
Well, most definitely. But it seems here, it says that vessels need to be suitable for susceptibility, and that they need to be infused with the Euleri. And what I can deduce is that those infused with this Euleri or bleed, they are the ones that are able to be brought back to life. It doesn't seem that just anyone can be brought back to life with Euleri, that they already have to be sort of under its effects, as I'd imagine what's going on here. It seems that the brothers have quite the large amount of Euleri running through their system, and it seems only thereafter, if you use the right method, then they can be brought back to life. It seems that they are trying to create more people like the two brothers, of course. For what end, I'm unsure. But I'm not sure. What is your take on this? What do you think that our next move would be?
This paper, it's signed by someone called the Good Doctor. Does that ring a bell by any chance?
I would say, after hearing that name, you just see Alexander visibly shudder. Ah, fuck, I can't speak, but you know what I mean.
Alexander, do you know something of this Good Doctor?
No idea. Don't know what you're talking about. I need a drink. And he stands up again.
Are you sure you don't know anything? Yes.
He walks faster towards the kitchen.
I must ask. I understand that this is all quite extraordinary, and I am quite curious as to what this is all about, but why would we be interested in all of this? What does it have to do with our mission if these people are bringing others back from the dead?
Well, the Crimson Dawn do have a history of being up to no good. They are quite extreme rationalists that, to my knowledge, wish to see eradication of nobility, especially those with sorcery within their veins, and this might be their method of doing so. And it seems that they would go to any length in order to achieve this, so shutting them down, stopping them would be in line with the mission. Overturning the secrets of Zchester and returning order to it from the shadows. The Crimson Dawn are an unpredictable source that I believe should be stopped. This cannot continue.
Sergei gets like a 1,000 balls there as this discussion is going on. He's just like looking at the glass.
Is Grant
yes.
here for this
Yes, he is here.
Okay,
so sorry, just to catch you up real quick. You found all of these documentations and things within the Crimson Dawn's base. You escaped from there after being seen by a guy with a large white beard, long white hair, and a crimson red cloak with aviator sunglasses on. He saw you leaving the building, and then he seemed to turn around and move away. But then you all returned here, and Fulon called for a meeting so that you can talk about everything that you found. Everyone had a short rest, an hour that you could sort of take and do a few things. And you are now sitting at this table discussing the evidence that you found from the Ivory Winery and what you're going to do next.
Okay, in that case, Grant is just going to look over the signature of the Good Doctor and say, only Good Doctor I know are killed. So, yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, the guy who did this to me, and then to illustrate the point, he just cuts his vein, little blood thingy. He was a doctor.
Did he refer to himself as the Good Doctor?
I don't think so. Just a doctor.
Okay. That is interesting to know.
Ian, accurate bear check. I'm thinking of the right person, right?
Yes, it's the white lab coat, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I can take you guys there where I killed him, though I don't think he'd be there anymore.
I don't think there's any correlation, Grant.
Also,
No,
have
I
I
don't
found
think
any
so
alcohol in the kitchen? Sorry.
Hmm.
Have I found any alcohol in the kitchen yet?
Make an investigation check.
My fuck.
Well, I guess since the arts is discussing all the connections and everything, I think there is something that I must bring to light. This good doctor, I'm gonna guess, might be a very, very big figure in this whole experiment. There was something that when we went to go find the brothers, but they were not themselves. They have forgotten everything, and we found vials that was labeled with the saying that it was their memories. And it seems that is that is precisely the method that was used to give me my memories. I think whoever the good doctor is, or whoever is working with this group, might have some connection with me and aided in my assembly.
That is definitely an interesting point to bring up. I've been looking over this bleed document. It says that in order to create bleed, it must be under high pressure and concentrated waves of luminae energy must be used on it and incubated for 10 hours. And it requires large amounts of luminae-infused prismonium, which is also a similar substance to eulerite, only that it's sort of... It's basically the predecessor to eulerite. Prismonium is basically a storage medium for magical energy, and eulerite is sort of a living variant of that House Rose has created. I wonder if it warrants investigating possible prismonium sources, because it is not that widely used anymore. Perhaps if we investigate a supplier of prismonium, we might be able to find a connection there or something, or at least be able to see where they're sending it and find another one of these laboratories or bases, if there are more.
That might be the logical next step. Does Charlotte know what plasmonium is?
Yes, you would know.
Okay.
So they want to infuse people with magic, kill mages. Is that the goal here?
It's what it seems like. They want to create these Unstablich soldiers that are the immortals or whatever. And it seems, I don't know, they want to possibly create a strike force or an army of them to do their dirty work. That's what it looks like. But it seems that the only two successful ones thus far have been Sergei and Alexander. So I would say that seems to be their line of thinking, but I wonder what this is about. And he points to the Der Kessel machine.
I don't know what that thing is. But I think it's kind of strange that they turned me into some kind of mage thing. I don't really know what I am. I wonder if there's like some kind of arms race. Something. Interesting thought.
Where? Just remind me again, Grant. Where were you when you were captured? Vox, can you tell me where you found him?
Vox just kind of looks at Sylvester, and Sylvester starts to speak up.
Okay, is muted.
Fuck's sakes.
Unfortunate.
I was giving an entire monologue.
Lester speaks up. Nothing happens.
Okay, I basically said Sylvester spoke up, and he said,
Well, I do recall you sending us on some kind of mission to investigate some mafia activity in a certain area that I forgot the name of. But, yes, as we were scoping the area, we couldn't help but hear some noise. And next thing we knew, we had this chap seemingly running away from a few mafia members. And after some scuffle, we managed to save him out of that dire situation. Furthermore, we don't really have too much info on Mr. Grint.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe it was heightened sort of action from the Del Ferros within that area. Perhaps you might
Yes.
you might be on
They had some
something.
very strange accents. I will say that.
Perhaps you're onto something, Grant. Wonder if the Crimson Dawn and Del Ferros don't see eye to eye, and they are trying to create their own personalized army to do whatever and sort of vie for dominance from the shadows. There's another lead,
Well,
the Del Ferros.
I don't really know about army. As far as I know, I was the guy there. I didn't ever hear them talking about other people.
Well, you do seem to be some biological weapon of your own, so perhaps the Del Ferros do warrant investigation at some time.
Or murder. I quite like that option.
We could talk about that, but let's not be too hasty. The Del Ferros aren't very nice people, but it's also not best to get on their bad side. Their boss is quite ruthless.
We might have potentially had a run-in with him, if I recall correctly. Mr. Foulon, do you have any idea what his physical attributes may be, by any chance?
Well, the Del Ferros, their family, they're a family of halflings, I believe. The boss's name is Rico Del Ferro, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that seems to check out. He was very short in stature and also accompanied by two very big brutes, it seemed. They also appear to have some sort of augmentation of some sort.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is very interesting because according to these notes, the only two people that were able to successfully go through the process is our very own over here.
Yes.
Maybe those are the deviants that papers speak of.
Perhaps, but as far as I know, the Crimson Dawn and Del Ferros don't have anything to do with each other unless they have been working together from the shadows. There are many cases of augmentation going successfully, but it seems within these documents, these two are the only two that became these immortal soldiers or whatever. But they could be hiding more from us. We just don't
So
have
the
enough
Ravens. Sorry, continue.
we just don't have enough information. That's all I wanted to say.
So the Ravens are just some petty gang that just takes orders from House Attaway? Oh, what house is this again? It's not that way.
It's not a house. It's not a house. It's just the Crimson Dawn.
It's the Crimson Dawn. Apologies.
Well,
Just to make a quick buck selling gems and stuff.
that is what it seems to be. More often than not, especially the mafia makes use of this method. They have their bosses, underbosses, and whoever are close to them, but then they usually have contractors, like small gangs, that do their dirty work for them, in order for the gangs not to get sort of their hands dirty in the first place. If one of these smaller gangs were to be found out, no connection could truly be made back to the larger organization. And that is how they...
I thought we destroyed the ravens, Sergei says as he's like rubbing his temples. Looks a bit annoyed.
Well, you did. So...
Job well done, everyone.
I think the Ravens was only a want-to-be group that wanted to attain more power through their connections with the Crimson Dawn, but unfortunately that is not happening anytime soon. We should also not forget about the Luftheimers, of course.
I do believe the Ravens only served as lapdogs or even brawn for higher authorities.
Perhaps.
Sergei, does the word or the name Archambault mean anything to you?
Sergei like shoots a side glance towards Foulon as he's like his head in his hand, like rubbing his temples.
He points to the bottom of your subject file. It says, approved by Archambault on probation for position of General of the Crimson Horde. Now there's your army for you. Crimson Horde sounds most definitely like they're gathering a larger group of people. And who better than two immortal obedient soldiers to be the general of said armies? Who is Archambault? Sergei.
Sergei's just like getting more annoyed the longer like we're talking about this. He says, Archambault is that fucking leader of the Crimson Dawn. Okay. Now I don't think Sergei saw that he was standing on the roof, but Alexander did, right? Yeah. Looking at us. I don't know if if he found his alcohol and is back at the table or whatever.
No, Alexander still, I would say, he's still rummaging through the cupboards, and I would say after, like somebody said Archambault, you just hear a loud banging noise, like a fist hitting a tabletop.
Well,
anyways, he will still continue searching for his alcohol.
Seems that you definitely know this leader of the Crimson Dawn, I would assume. Now that you've got your memories back, do you remember anything of other hideouts of them? Anything at all?
Do I?
I would say with your make a history check for me. With disadvantage, but you definitely would know something. Like I would say they would have even strategically removed certain memories from you.
Straight, Sergei. Maybe it's not best to have a conversation when two people are smashed.
What's your history check?
I remember bits and pieces. It's 6.
You're like right now you might need some time, but right now you don't have like specific locations or something. But they were definitely
there was a building. They were in a building. Okay.
I think half of it is also just Sergei choosing like not to remember. He doesn't want to think about it.
Well, this is certainly quite a large amount of evidence that we have here, but still so many questions lies unanswered. This is how I see it. Potential leads is the Delpheros. We could look into their current activity. Or we could potentially go after the Prismonium within the city, because as far as I know, it Ulari has sort of become the dominant source of sort of magical battery, if you could tell it like that. I mean, even our stove runs on reserve Ulari power. When we're looking for prismonium, the only people that I know would uses copious amounts of it would be possibly House Valborn, because they use it to create another substance known as Valorite, which is essentially a more unstable but more powerful version of prismonium, and this is what is used in the ion defense cannons around the city. So I would do some digging and potentially be able to find a depot that we might be able to investigate. But so our leads are check out the Delferos or the prismonium supplies. That's basically what I got right now, and then we have to figure out what exactly this Der Kessel device is. And whoever, I wonder if the clockmaker has any relevance in this whole story. Thoughts?
Maybe the clockmaker just likes taking pictures. Maybe that's his picture.
Well, unlikely, but I suppose that could be possible. Don't know.
I am just going to take this. Shiloh takes the Der Kessel page along with his files, rest of the files, and he wants to go. I'm going to put this back on the board.
Right. All right, then. I'm going to do some digging, find some prismonium depots, and potentially look into what I've got on. Mm-hmm.
Did the files of me and Alexander, they were displayed on the table, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah, Sergei would take those files. He doesn't want the Shiloh to have them.
Shiloh will happily give it to you.
Okay. I'm going to do some digging on the prismonium supplies within Zchester, and potentially what the Delferos are up to, but I've got some old information on them. And I'll have some leads for you by tomorrow, hopefully. So let's adjourn this meeting and come back to all of this tomorrow. But good work, everyone, and I'm glad to see that you're all back, especially you, Sergei. Glad to see that you are, in fact, not among the deceased. Thank you, everyone.
I think Fox just pockets the bleed again for the barbarians.
Wait, would I have found some form of alcohol in the kitchen?
With your 0 investigation? No.
Damn it.
Oh, are we drinking? I'd like to join. Brent is also
Me too! Let's go to the bar, boys! Then Alexander walks into a door. What? What is? Why is there a wall here? I could swear this was the stair down.
If you
You
walk
know
long
what,
enough, you can make
Alexander?
it
I think we need a tour guide.
Smashes through the door.
That is... Oh, okay, it's not exactly a new door, but... Damn it, it's the only door we have... You know what? I'm going to go say hi to Miss Betty downstairs and maybe get myself something strong as well. This is a lot of information, and that is a lot.
You would hear Sergei. You would hear Alexander say faintly outside. That's the spirit.
I need some spirits.
And then you hear some trash cans being kicked over.
Yes, good end.
Do you have buns for us?
You know, that reminds me. Everyone, one moment. And he walks downstairs. Well, no, would I have it on him? I have something for each of you. It is my benefactor says thank you for the good work, and they can see that we are trying our best, and hopefully we'll uncover the secrets of the city soon. But
These benefactors.
well, she's more my what's the word? Fuck, I don't remember the word now.
Your side piece, your mistress.
No.
Your mother.
No, most definitely not. She's not my side piece. I could not be worthy of a woman of her stature. But here are,
Tell
You
more.
admire
Tell
her as well.
more.
in a sense, yes.
Fuck, okay.
But here are your wages that she has generously sent to me. It's a measly fee, but it is the most that she can do at this moment. And he places a little baggie with coins in front of each of you, and you each get paid for 15 gold pieces.
Hey, the man of a dude.
Finally, I don't have to sell my diamond. I can drink with this.
Never heard say you that. Oh, okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna explain it again.
All right, I'm going down for a drink. Anyone who wants to join, you are welcome.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I'll tag along.
Very well. And yeah, so you all begin moving out.
Sergei does not join them. He goes to the bathroom to take a massive piss. And then he just goes lay in his room and like goes over the 2 files of him and his brother and just thinks about shit.
Okay, so
We deal with our problems differently, brother.
okay, so who's going down to the bar?
Well, Alexander's
That'll be
already
me.
there.
Okay, Alexander, Alora, Fulon, Sylvester goes down. Sergei goes to his room. Shiloh, what are you doing?
Shiloh goes back into his new workshop to once again study his new board. Also, actually, what he's also doing is planning on how he's going to make the layout once he acquires his wood to build the tables.
Fair enough. Vox, what are you doing?
Vox retreats to his room,
Okay.
and after a few minutes, you hear classical music just jamming.
Cool. Silas?
Silas is just standing at the table for now. He's just looking at everyone as they leave.
Okay.
Or as they go their separate ways for now. I'll tell you when things change.
Okay. Solon?
Solon wants to talk to Sergei. I would say he would have probably seen that he went to the bathroom and maybe just waited like somewhere in the hallway. And he just wants to talk to him.
Okay. Sergei, after exiting the bathroom with the 2 files in your hand, you see Solon waiting there for you.
Hey, Sergei. Can I bother you real quick?
As long as you're not gonna hit me with your giant fuck off sword again. And you're pretty tough, you know. When you're big, I don't know how you are now, but when you're big, you can fucking hit.
I could say the same about you. But no, don't worry, I won't hit you again. Sorry to bring this up. I just want to ask you something. When you were dead, was there something in like something like the afterlife? Did you see anything?
Did I?
I would say
question.
it's complicated. It almost seemed like your soul was yearning to go to some like other plane of existence, but it was almost painful perpetually because the Euleri kept your soul tethered to your body essentially. So there wasn't much of like heaven or something that you saw. You felt like a yearning, but you couldn't go to this place,
So he was in limbo.
basically.
Purgatory.
I don't know, it always felt like I was in a whirlwind of pain, you know. I felt like my soul or whatever it is to go somewhere, but it was trapped. Even though we were unconscious, I could still feel how they were tearing off my limbs. They're replacing it with this.
Fuck.
So you said there was no afterlife. What do you know about?
I'm
You
saying
just say
I
there
don't
was just
know.
like a void state.
For
Okay.
me, but it might just be my case. Who knows? You seem way more gooder than me, so
No,
maybe you get a nice field full of roses, trees, and you can hop along all day long.
don't bring yourself down like that. You're a good person. I can see that.
Where's this conversation taking place, by the way?
In the hallway, like just outside the bathroom.
Oh, okay, and then I thought Charlotte wouldn't hear this. He's just chilling.
But I won't bother you any longer about your death or near-death experience. Thanks for the information.
I don't know, if you're walking away, I think just under Sergei's breath, he'll just say to himself, for the things I've done, death is the least amount of pain I deserve.
He said this very softly.
Yeah, sort of under his breath, but I mean, he is a bit drunk, so it might be a bit louder than he wanted to.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It'll probably like try to listen out for anything. Yeah, I think after this conversation, how late is it?
It's like late afternoon, I would say.
I think Solon will not join them in the bar. I think he will go sit out like outside in the alleyway with the alleyway armor that blacksmith gets.
Okay.
And just like cleaning off the paint.
Okay, so you're
in the
just
alley.
sort of in that corner, just setting up like the mini anvil and all of the things. You pull out an instruction manual, sort of look it over a little bit, and you're like, okay, I can do this. Just go ahead and make. This would be a blacksmith tools check, so it would be an intelligence check. I don't think you're proficient with it yet,
No.
But like after using it a long time, you could become proficient in it. So just make a normal intelligence check for me.
Nat 20.
Bruh.
Boys.
Bro, this just clicks for you. You're a pretty smart guy, and you just begin, like, you try to read the manual, but then you just throw it over your shoulder, and you just sort of begin like filing off the paint with the sandpaper or whatever. And yeah, you just sort of have a feel for it. It's almost natural for you to do this. I mean, you've like sharpened your sword before, I would say, so it's a lot like that. And you just begin to sort of take off the cyan-esque paint that is on it. Yeah. As you're doing this, Silas, you see Solon walking out into the alleyway.
When everyone makes their way to their own stuff, Silas will actually go. Solon, you see Silas go sit next to you, actually, randomly. Like there's like 2 people space between you two, but he will go sit next to you.
I would. Someone would like clean off the armor, but maybe like a 30 seconds something, just silence. And I think it would just like say, so why are you sitting all alone? Aren't you gonna go celebrate with the rest?
Honestly, so what is there to celebrate?
Oh,
And that was a little deep. Actually, Selman, I have a question for you.
that might be.
Why, when you first came here, I see you wearing differently, but why did you wear the Twin Suns armor?
I actually don't think you saw that. What is it to you?
Just curious.
Oh, not to be mean. Not to be mean.
No, I understand. I was just curious because, like, I mean, isn't this place like fighting against them?
Oh, I won't say we're fighting against them, to my knowledge. But no, I'm just part of the church. For a good like 15 years, I've been a paladin for them,
So
doing their
you're
bidding.
you're on this side then.
Solon is kind of anxious. And not answering to that. It maybe just does like a shrug. You see that maybe he's conflict.
And what you see is Silas's face has fallen a little, not in like a sad way, but like he's a bit more, you know, I don't know, his face is a little more serious at the moment. But he's not, it's not like, he's looking actually in front of him, but you see there's like, it doesn't really like suit him, I guess.
To be
So
honest with you, I grew up with the church, so they are my family. But to be honest, for the past couple of years, it kind of felt they were against me. And sometimes I was doing
is that why you,
what they ask of me, and I just get shot down.
is that why you joined the HVC? Because you felt like they weren't listening to you, or were they making you do things you didn't like to do?
No, I wouldn't. No, it's just events. Certain things happened in my life. I'm kind of like on probation for a month. That's my only reason, actually, for now to be here. After the month's done, I was actually planning on going back to the church if I don't feel like the cause of the HVC suits me.
You see Silas is now side-eyeing you, actually. His eyes just like shot to you. He said that. So you want to go back then?
I don't know what I want.
See Silas contemplating something in his head. You don't know exactly what he's feeling at the moment.
To be fair, I just want my old life back, but some things you just can't take back.
What was your old life, so then, if I may ask? He's looking at you now. Or is it something you don't talk about? Or someone you don't talk about? Before you can answer, sorry, I'm probing now. I'll leave you to your armor. Anyway, he stands up and goes down to the bar without hearing another word from me.
Oh, okay.
Do you say anything, Solon, or you just let Silas go?
Well, I think Solon was like preparing to say something.
I mean, you can
But,
call
I-
after him. I don't know.
But I think he saw you walked off, so he was just like rather leave the. So it's not really something you would want to talk about. So if he doesn't need to, and he's not really forced to, and he's just gonna leave it for now. So yeah, no, he would. He's maybe he wanted to say something, but you left him. Then he comes
Okay.
up.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Silas walks down into the bar, and before he enters the door, just takes a few deep breaths and then puts a little grin on his face as he enters.
Okay. So for the remainder of the day, is there anything you guys like to do, like to talk about, like to drink, or can we end the day?
No. I think Shiloh's
Drink so much.
So,
Shiloh's just chilling.
I think Silas will also actually drink for the first time. You just see him get out like a beer or something and just
well,
drink.
here you go. Miss Betty just puts like 8 tankards of brass ale on the table that you're all sitting at, and Fulon goes, "Who ordered this? That's a lot of beer. It's just a whiskey for me, dear."
Oh, sorry, that's my order. And Grant just swipes all 8 tankards and adds them to the side.
I would say Alexander, who also intervenes in this. What do you mean this is your order?
No. Listen, I ordered these. You can order your own.
No. You misunderstand. This is my order, and he takes like he's slurring a bit, but he's still like giving you the deaf eyes.
Fine, we'll share them. And he splits 4 and pushes them to him.
Now you're talking my speed, and like Alexander takes like the 4 tankards, grabs 2 in each hand, and just like fucking pours one so the top tankard like water falls into the bottom one, and then the bottom 2 water falls into his mouth.
Bro.
And he's like, he drinks it, and he's another. Do you think you can keep up, Grant?
Yeah, I definitely can. And Grant just grabs all 4 of them and just.
Mr. Laura, these few people are quite the drinkers. How are you doing on your side? As he sips a little bit of his whiskey.
After my last attempt with alcohol, I've decided it's not for me. So I'm just here to make sure everyone else has a fun time. And
What do you mean it's not for you?
I mean, I don't like the way it makes me feel. I mean, I drank one last time and it passed out.
I suggest we start off with something lightweight for Miss Laura. You know, like 50% vodka might be a good suggestion.
If you think that's a good idea, Sylvester.
Now you're talking my language.
Yes, I promise it's very easily digestible.
But that event.
Now you're talking my language, rat.
I mean, I'll give it a try.
As long as I also get a sip.
Yeah, you can get a sip.
Alexander just gives him a side eye, and he's like a sip in his head.
Eventually, like, vodka is brought to each of you. Drink up.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life.
If you don't like it, then let me take care of that for you. And Alexander just swipes the glass.
I promised. No, but I promised it to Sylvester. Sylvester, he took your drink. Just.
Oh, yes, of course. Let me show you how we do it.
And he just straight up nosedives into the drink, and you can literally see
Yeah, as
the
Alexander-
surface just dispersing as he's in it. It's like
Alexander takes the glass to his mouth. Alexander, then the dragon jumps in to fucking drink it, but Alexander doesn't notice. He drinks the glass.
He eats Sylvester.
I don't know what's
Sylvester's
Sylvester
that
doing against us.
Oh wait, are you drinking the glass with Sylvester in it? You just,
Yes,
I think Sylvester doesn't know what's going on, so you swallow Sylvester. Yes.
Wait, no, Alexander, wait! Oh, no.
Alexander sits up and like punches his chest a couple of times, like, oh, I think there was something wrong with that vodka.
Alexander, you feel churning in your stomach as there's literally a live dragon inside your stomach.
It feels like something's alive inside me. Let me kill it with more alcohol. Just please.
Holy shit.
Can anyone do the Heimlich?
Wait, I think I may have something. Fulon stands up. Alexander, would you mind looking at me for one moment?
Whatever. Fulon.
And he takes his two fingers and he stabs you in a pressure point, like in your stomach somewhere, and you just and Sylvester comes flying out of your mouth and lands on the table, just drenched in half-digested alcohol and vomit.
Alexander's just like, make that 4 vodkas. I need to catch up again.
Oh no! You see Escher, the Genasi guy, with a mop and like a cloth, awkwardly, slowly and hesitantly walks to your table and begins cleaning it.
Alexander looks at him. He stares at him, gives him a death stare. And he's like, do I know you from somewhere?
No, you don't. No, you don't. And he quickly finishes up and speedily walks away.
I could swear I know that guy.
Sylvester reacting to being in vomit and alcohol.
Sylvester just looks like an amalgamation of limbs just splattered all over the floor. But you can see his big, cartoonish fish eyes just poking out from all the hubris. And you can see he's clearly traumatized.
Do you want me to take you to the bathroom, Sylvester?
He's kind of twitching a bit.
You know what? I think I just need a couple of drinks.
That's this. And Alexander slides him a glass of vodka. Alexander will slide him a glass of vodka and say, yeah, that's the spirit. And he cheers to drinking our trauma away. And he just chugs in the
he gets, you kind of make him flinch when you move the vodka towards him because he thinks you're going to consume him again. But then he kind of just looks at you and he kind of kicks the bottom part of the keg, the cup, and some of the drink spills over onto him and essentially just cleanses all the grossness off of him. And then after he's washed himself off like a Labrador that's wet, he once again takes a dolphin dive into his second drink for the evening.
Are you keeping up, Grant?
Yeah, how's Gwent? I was also want to ask now, how's Gwent looking?
Oh, sorry, I'm installing a game in the background and my fucking freezing. He's thirsty. He's just downing everything. Anything not nailed down, he's putting in his mouth. Chairs, people, doesn't matter.
I would like everyone to make a con save that is drinking. I'll make one for food.
Is mine a disadvantage because I've been drinking for a while?
Yes, sure.
I remind you of
A
resistance
solid
to poison.
12. Wow, that's a 6. That's a 6, a 6, and a +6.
Oh, Grint, you'll
No
have
comment.
advantage on this save because of your resistance. Yeah, Alexander, you're definitely feeling it. Silas, you're doing pretty okay. You feel a bit tipsy.
Yes, he's not much, but he's just sitting there with a drink in his hand.
Laura, you're becoming a little bit sloshed. And yeah, Grint,
What?
Grint, you're doing fine. Maybe a little bit fuzzy, but yeah, you're doing fine. And Sylvester, as always, is just up there, not even feeling it.
Sylvester was scared sober by almost being indigested, so he's good.
Well,
At that moment, Grant just grabs you by the tail and just licks all the liquor off your skin.
No.
well,
Give in to the degeneracy.
that's enough for one night. He full-on flings a gold coin to Miss Betty. Thank you so much for the patronage.
Full on. When are we getting paid?
See you all tomorrow. I'm getting a bit of a headache
At least buy
myself.
us around!
He flings a gold coin over his shoulder and it lands on the table. There you go. Enjoy yourselves. I will be getting some rest now. Thank you very much.
Silas will also be going up to the HVC again.
Okay.
It's fine, we've good riddance. The weaklings are gone. Now
Just
Grant.
grabs the gold coin and just yeets it behind the bar, not flicking anything, just throws it as hard as he can. More drinks!
Jador, who's working behind the bar, dodges the coin up. Like, I'm just gonna roll a luck check. The coin shatters one of the bottles behind the counter, and like Jador's face appears behind the counter, sort of his Genasi, well-kept hair and whatever, comes up. He looks behind him. You're paying for that, you know.
Yeah! And Grant just grabs this whole sack of coins and he just yeets it the same way.
It like lands on the floor. Jador just walks over, picks it up, and then straight up puts a whole bottle of vodka or whatever on the table.
No. This is how we're gonna work, boys. We're gonna have a little friendly competition. Alright? Just door. Hold the door, whatever your name is. You bring around. We drink. Last one to stand wins.
All right then. He sort of takes a bottle, flicks it in the air, puts a shot glass in front of all of you. But we
You in, dragon?
But we are playing on my rules.
Yes, of course I'm in. Why wouldn't I be in?
Now, as you all can see, this is... Just hang on.
Drinking games, D&D.
Yep. This is something that I call a brown snake. It is the most potent liquor that we have. It is quite expensive, but it seems that you don't seem in short supply of that. He twirls the bottle in his hands and pours one for each of you. So let's everyone that's here, who is doing this friendly bout?
Me.
I am.
Okay.
Alexander is here, and I think it's Grant, Alexander, Sylvester, and Alora.
Okay. So how this is gonna work is gonna pour a shot for you. You're all gonna make con saves. The one that has the lowest con save falls unconscious that round, and then basically the person who ends up at the end is the winner of this. He pours the brown snake for you. This is a mild treated snake venom layered with Lady Tycon coffee liqueur. It might cause mild hallucinations, but I don't think that bothers you right now. And he throws the 4 shots for you. And
I'm already hallucinating. What's the difference?
well, let's find out. And you can all make a con save if you're taking that first shot.
Oy.
Epic.
Oh,
Yes.
no ways.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So you all down that shit. A moment of silence follows as this weird taste is left in your mouth, and Sylvester, your throat almost just clogs up, and you just have that, like, the look of eating like a very sour, sour worm on your face. You just go, "Ugh," and you fall unconscious.
Sylvester curls up like one of those centipedes in South Africa. He just... and then he just falls onto the table and just...
Alexander just laughs. He's just like, I thought you said you were a big drinker. This is pathetic.
Eyes on the prize, gentlemen. Here comes round 2, and he throws another 3 drinks for you guys.
Just a mild milestone, nothing to worry about.
Okay, so Sylvester, you're out. So now Laura, Grint, and Alexander, please make the saves.
Easy clap.
Dude, these rolls, bro.
Same.
Okay, Alexander,
What happens if this is...
you're keeping up.
Yes.
I would say none of you fall out because it's a tie. So all of you stay up.
Oh,
And Jador is like, impressive. Round 3 then, and he throws another 3 drinks for you.
whoa. Before we do, this is getting serious. I think we should make a wager. 5 gold pieces for whoever wins each.
I don't have any gold left. But I'm in.
My money is on the scrawny one.
And he points his tiny little dragon finger towards you, Grant.
And Alexander's waiting for Laura to answer.
Alright, here you go. And she puts the 5 gold on the table.
Okay, and you all can make another con save for me.
Guys, can I just say...
No.
what the
This
first
is
elf-
nonsense.
the moment you say that,
This is nonsense.
the moment you say that, Sylvester, you point. My money is on him. As Grint takes the shot, Grint, you throw up a little bit in your mouth, and you just straight up fall backwards onto the ground.
Can I fall onto Sylvester?
Sure.
Sylvester is still puffing his chest out valiantly from his sheer blind confidence in you, Grant, and the next thing he knows, he just becomes enveloped by a living skeleton.
You take
There's
Sylvester.
like this towering shadow that just falls over you.
It's like a domino, just...
The tree falling noise, like the.
Bro.
a faint timber somewhere in the distance.
Yeah, it's one of the customers just screams that out. Sylvester takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage and begins to suffocate.
You impress me, Laura. Last time you could barely even drink one, and now you're keeping up with... And he just pauses for a while. Me.
Oh, thank you, Alexander. I mean, I learned from the best.
Well then,
I think.
final round, ladies and gentlemen. Who will it be? And he pours another 2 drinks for you.
Fucking...
Con saves, please. Alexander, you bring it up to your nose, and you have been drinking so much today that just a whiff of this shot sends you plummeting to the ground. You don't even
I
direct the
fall on
shot.
top of Grant, that fall on
direct the shot.
top of Grant, that fell on top of
Grant,
Sylvester.
you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and Sylvester takes another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sylvester gets knocked out.
Laura is... So the gold pile's in the middle. She's I did it. And then she jumps up onto the table, throwing the gold pieces everywhere, and then she forgets how drunk she is, and then she falls onto the group of people right next to her.
I think, Grant, if you stand up, there's just a silhouette of stardust left in the wake of where Sylvester used to be.
It's just a dog pile of vomit and alcoholism, man.
Jador takes the gold that you paid him. It's like, well, congratulations.
20 gold.
Yes, you get 20 gold, and he just goes, well, congratulations, he says, whispering to you almost to Laura, but you're like unconscious on the pile, and he just walks away. You guys don't know how you get to your beds, but you end up there. There's just a gap in your memory. Okay, those who are left, Solon, Sergei, Vox, Shiloh, anything specific that you are doing?
Silas.
And Silas, anything specific you guys are doing before bed?
I guess I'm building 2 more sticky bombs.
Okay, oh cool. With the Eulera and that in tow, just make a technology check for me. The DC isn't high because you've made them before.
I'll be
One
right back.
technology check for both, or...
Just one for both.
Right? That's a 19.
Yeah, you have 2 more sticky bombs.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I do.
And you go to bed, and you go to bed afterwards.
Well, I go to sit on a chair.
Yes, and
power down.
Cool. Sergei, what are you doing?
I would like to go look for the crate of Eulera that we got when we fought the Ravens. We brought back. I don't know if it's in like full-on study or something.
Yeah, you know where it is. I would say, it's in full-on study.
I just want to drag that to my room.
Okay. Carry that over.
Yeah, and then I'll go sleep.
Okay. Solon?
I think seeing that Solon only needs 4 hours of sleep, I think he finds polishing and removing paint very relaxing. So he's still going at it.
Okay, whereabouts in the HVC are you doing this?
I would say he didn't leave the alleyway.
Okay.
So you would have seen, like, if people were just going back from the tavern back to the HVC, you would see them going back in.
Fair enough. Yeah, these 4 miscreants that were drinking in the tavern have to lean on each other in order to get back here. They don't remember any of this, but they sort of clamber by, go up the stairs and to their bedrooms. You see that happening. Silas.
Well, Silas was with him drinking, but Solon wouldn't have seen him go up the stairs with full on because he went when full on did. Silas actually would have gone walking once more, just to clear his mind, and think about things. He wasn't sure what he was really doing. He was just trying to clear his mind and see what was going on. He's feeling a bit weird at the moment. So he was just walking till very late, actually. So he would only come back like maybe an hour or 2 after the group passed by Solon. And if Solon was still sitting there, Silas would have just passed with his hands in his pocket, not looking at Solon, and just went up to his room.
Yeah, it's quite like late at night. It's like 9 o'clock when you come back, and you still see Solon in the alleyway just removing the paint from this armor.
Only 9 o'clock. Silas will come back later.
Okay, well then that's
Later than 9 o'clock.
then that time, but Solon would still be there.
Solon would stay
Okay.
up, I think, like till 2 a.m. I think that gives him then enough time to go to bed. And
Yeah, Silas came back at like 12, it's just past 12.
Hmm.
He would just silently make his way past Solon.
You see Silas just walking by you, Solon.
yeah, Solon isn't gonna talk.
Okay. With that, for the sake of brevity, you all make your way to your bed chambers, and you rest up for the evening. You can all take a long rest for me, but weirdly, as you are sleeping, you all are unaware of this, but Sergei, Silas, Alexander, Solon, Laura, and Vox, you all begin to dream. Very strange dream. You're unaware that you're dreaming the same dream, but nonetheless, this is a dream that you are having.
So all of us are having the same one, but yeah, we don't know that.
Yeah.
All of us except who?
Grint
you
and,
just say it
Grint,
that
Grint
way?
and Shiloh do not have this dream.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Fine. I'll have my own dream with hookers and blackjack.
me and Shiloh
it
just
in the
dream
wrong order.
of prancing through the prairies.
Me and Grant would dream of having hair.
The bushiest mustache.
We're just breeding each other's hair and giggling.
Well, as you all fall to sleep, once again, Sergei, Silas, Alexander, Solon, Laura, Vox, you see black void. Then, slowly but surely, purple gas begins to filter in from your periphery. You look down, and a thick purple sludge is crawling across the floor. A yellow eye opens up in the sludge and looks at you. Another eye opens up. Another eye opens up. And they look at you. When you look back up, you see a massive, pristine circus tent. And the sludge seems to emanate from an open tent flap. And another yellow eye opens up in the tent flap. Another one, another one. You're surrounded by all of these eyes watching you from everywhere. It's purple emanating in the circus tent in front of you. Hello there, friends. How about you come down to the circus for a little fun and games? Through the night, an undisclosed time, but because of keen mind, Charlo, you know it's like 3 a.m. ish.
You goddamn right.
At 3 a.m., Shiloh and Grint, you're both awoken by a scuffling within the HVC. Just and footfalls that are walking almost in tandem.
Okay. Shiloh definitely, like, Shiloh's like sitting in his chair and his eyes are glowing turquoise, and it just turns off as he wakes up. What the fuck? And he just peeks out of his room.
Looking out of your room, Grant, what do you do as you hear this noise?
Grant, your room is very close to mine, so if you peek out, we will see each other. Hey, Chini.
Grant, are you there?
Grant
sorry.
just died.
Sorry. Say again.
What do you do as you hear this scuffling, this noise outside?
Well, I'd imagine I'm a bit hungover still. Is it like very early morning?
It's 3 a.m. about. But you're unsure of the time.
I think
But I
I'd
am very sure of
wake
the
up.
time.
I'd wake up and use detect heartbeat.
You sense the heartbeats of all your companions. But
Except me.
except Sharda, of course, you don't know who he is. But you hear these footsteps going on the corridor, and you sense almost the direction of the heartbeat. They're all headed for the exit of the HVC.
All my friends. Okay. Well, I'd wake up and see what the fuss is about.
You pop your head out and you look to the side and you see Shiloh is also popping his head out. And what you see is almost mindless zombie versions of your friends, just walking in a perfectly straight line. Their footsteps are exactly in tandem, just slowly shambling to the exit of the HVC.
I'm just gonna look at Shiloh. Let's go. Where are we going? Did I miss something?
I don't know. Who's closest to me of the other people that are walking in tandem?
Let me just make a... Just place yourselves where your rooms are. Let's say... just put yourselves where your rooms are, please.
Shadow's here now.
I think that was mine.
This was mine. I don't know why Charlotte was
This
there.
is boxes.
No, that was mine. You were next to me, Silas.
Okay, that side.
Yeah.
Okay, so this would be the walking order. This is what you see. Grant, if you could just also like I'll place yourself there. That is what you see. Silas is at the back, and then Vox, Sergei, Alora. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, Alexander, Alora, Sergei, and Solon. Just shambling to the exit.
Shadow just yells out to Silas. Hey Silas, what is going on? What is this all about?
No reaction.
Hey Silas.
They begin making...
Friends? Anyone?
Have Vox.
Begin making their way out.
Hey, what?
I guess we just follow them.
I think Shadow maybe
mission going on.
He just very quickly, like, goes in between Silas and Vox and just stops Silas. Tries to, at least. Hey, Silas, what is going on? What is this?
You stop. Silas stops right in front of you, and you feel like a whoosh of wind as everyone's heads turn at the exact same time towards you, and you see Silas's eyes are completely glazed over with yellow, and there's this single small black pupil that just looks at you. His mouth is open and drool is sort of just coming out of the sides of his mouth, and he pays you no mind, steps to the side, and begins walking around you, and the rest begin walking again.
Oh dear. I think we need to get full on.
Well, okay. Where's Fulon's office again?
It's
No,
upstairs.
that's his
Quickly.
office, but yeah, okay. Grant is going to cast Adrenaline Rush on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to run all the way up the stairs.
Did we already have our long rest?
You can all take a long rest, yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, I have my monkey. I just go follow them.
You follow them. Brent, you rush up, and Fulon isn't in his chambers, but you do see a note on his table.
I quickly grab the note. Did we determine that Grant can read? I think so, right?
Yeah, you got a nat 20 on a read.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can read. What does the note say?
Gone to see my patron. Will be back by tomorrow. Not tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, so no Fulon. Grant just runs back downstairs with the note.
You see, they've already disappeared outside. You run outside and you see Shiloh standing outside of the HVC in the alleyway, and just these shambling comrades of yours.
And I did auto clockwork to just follow them, because just in case we lose them.
Grant just slams out the front door, like note in hand, just slams through, looks around, see where they're gone.
Just a flare. Gidget wouldn't be affected by this, so I just imagine Gidget is just pulling at Alora's
just sort of like
hands, trying to
trying to stop her.
Where's Fulon?
He's gone on a business trip thing, I think, and I just give Shiloh the note.
So just reads it and then just thinks for a moment. And he sighs. Alright, well, I guess we follow them. See where they're heading. Be on the lookout.
What's happening to them? Are they still asleep?
I don't know, to be honest with you, Grant. But there's something seriously wrong.
I just want to know, this isn't like magical sleep by any chance, something like that.
No, this is something else.
Okay.
You're not asleep. Yeah, but by the way, for those who are afflicted by this, it seems like you're just still in a dream. You don't know what's going on.
So there's no save or anything.
Nope.
Grant is just gonna run alongside the group.
Yeah.
Maybe run up to Alora and just wave his hand in front of her face. Oh, hello.
She just moves forward, eyes focused forward.
Grant is going to put his fingertips on her eyelids and just pull them open, make her eyes wide, you know.
Yeah, just.
Are you in there? Hello.
Just look at the yellow eyes with the small black pupils, just glowing almost, staring in front.
Hey, Grant. Let's keep our distance, shall we? We don't know what this is. Might be dangerous.
They're our friends. They're not dangerous. There's just something wrong with them.
Yeah, but whatever caused it might be dangerous.
Okay, Grant is going to try one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
He is, while walking beside Alora, or in front of her, maybe just walking backwards, he's going to cock his hand back and just whip her with a slap.
Her head cocks to the one side, just cracks back into place, and she keeps on moving forward.
What? They used to wake me up like that. I don't think they're asleep.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay.
Where are we at the moment? Like, how far have we walked?
You are walking sort of on the sidewalk of a street here in the middle of the night. We just get the map out.
Grant is also going to just take Alora's palm and just like softly make like a quick circle on it and cast Scarlet Brand.
Okay. That rune appears on her palm, and you know where her precise location is.
I
Yeah.
don't know if my mic's picked up, but I did say that. I think my mic may have cut out. I'm not sure if it did. Gidget did growl at Grunt when he slapped her. Yeah.
I'm trying to help, Gidget.
He then kind of sits down, looks at you, cocks his head. Then I don't know if a fox can chunk, but he is chunking.
He's chunky.
Come on, let's just stick together and follow them, okay? And I hold my hand like down to Gidget, motioning for him to climb up.
Gidget does do that, and he kind of like lays on your shoulder with his head leaning over your shoulder, and you can hear like soft chunking.
You follow them through a maze of alleyways. They walk across the road from the Toad Princess and just begin mazing through alleyways. How far are you following behind about?
I think Grant would just walk next to Shiloh.
Okay. Shiloh?
Yeah, for Shiloh's just keeping his distance a little bit, in case, you know.
Okay, so like 30 feet or what? Or what?
Maybe like that, 20 feet rather.
Okay. Just following behind. Eventually, after this maze, they emerge onto one of the main streets. And across the street, there is a large open field of grass with a bunch of beautiful trees and things almost built around the perimeter of this grass. You know this to be Stratgun Park. And in the center of Stratgun Park, there's a large circus tent that you would know. Oh no, you wouldn't know this actually. No, both of you wouldn't know this. There's a large circus tent with a bunch of lights and things shining on it, like red and the red and white stripes, 3 big tops, and yeah, they're just walking in its direction.
Is that a tent? Are they gonna go sleep there?
I doubt that is what they're doing there. Be cautious.
You see a sign, a large sign that is put up on the side with a single light shining on it. It says, "Welcome to the Pandemonium Hippodrome." Buy a ticket and enjoy the splendor, is what it says. Watch them
Pandemonium.
We just stay and we just keep an eye on them.
They begin shambling across the grass, get quite a ways in, and they're headed straight towards the main tent flap of the big top.
That's cool. Shiloh just wants once they get to the entrance of the tent, which I'm assuming is what's happening right now.
Yeah, they're
approaching the entrance.
Yeah, they're close to it and they're about to enter.
Shiloh just pushes Grant to the other side of the opening, just signals him to shh, and they just stays at the entrance in the shadows on the outside, peeks in for a moment.
So they
see what they're doing.
They enter into the tent, and you're sort of like going to the side of the side flap and looking in, essentially.
Yeah.
You're getting closer, okay.
Grant will do the same.
Okay. You both peek in from the two sides. You don't see them anymore once you look inside. It's just a very dimly
like they just
lit.
disappear.
Yeah. You look inside, they're gone. And it's a very dimly lit big top
That is
inside.
that is very weird.
What does my sense say
It's gone.
from Alora?
Sensei.
What?
It's gone. Can you detect him?
No, they just
What do you mean,
gone.
no?
They're gone. They're gone. I don't know. They're gone.
Calm down. Okay, we'll figure this out. Shiny just sits and he thinks. He's just so silent. I don't know.
I'm going in.
Great.
I can't
Wait. Just
for what? They're gone. They're in trouble. Obviously, we have to go.
we go back. It doesn't seem like it's supposed to be our problem, does it?
What? These are friends, in your case, I suppose they'd be co-workers, but they're still acquaintances at least.
We can go back. We can wait for Fulon to return, and then we can get a plan together. I don't see. And then, like as he's just saying this, the monkey jumps off of the roof of the tent on top of his shoulder and just starts to. I've had about enough of you playing conscious. Clockwork, please.
I would just like to add, when Gidget realizes Alora's gone, he's running after her. So he jumps out off of Gwen's neck and runs into the tent.
You see Gidget.
Okay, Grant is going to keep a close eye on Gidget as she?
I don't know.
It?
They
crossed like the threshold of the tent.
Gidget runs in. Tick, 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 tick. Nothing happens to him. He runs into this like large circular chamber, and just sits there, looks back at you.
In chunks.
Yes, they are not my friends. They are merely, as Grant says, my Why should I risk myself once again? Obviously, these people are too incompetent to keep themselves alive. The fucking Clockwork just stares down at Shiloh. Shiloh, he looks slightly frustrated, not like the slightest bit of frustration you can see on his face. Fine. I think send Clockwork in, I guess. But you go first. See what you can see.
Clockwork tick, 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 crawls over the floor closer to Gidget.
Yeah, Clockwork and I have like a mental connection, right? You can.
I don't think so. It's just a homunculus.
It's okay. I will build something in for him soon.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I have message. Can I cause message to him?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I don't have to build anything. So I cause message to him. What do you see?
I make a perception check for the monkey.
The monkey. I'm just gonna roll a d20 real quick. He doesn't share my. That's not a very good roll. So that's a natural 5. I don't think he has a very good perception.
Yeah, he looks about. He sees a bunch of like crates and things there, and there seems to be another flap leading further in. But yeah, this seems to be like a supply section. Or no, it wouldn't be a supply section. This is like rather you see like a ticket booth there. A bunch of like the like red like you know that red fucking railing things that they have at Hollywood. Like it's a bunch of those things that lead deeper into
tightrope, like a. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes. That leads to another flap.
Can Gidget also make a perception check?
Sure. But yeah, other than Clockwork doesn't see anything else.
Well,
it seems empty. Okay, what? After you, he says to Grant.
Right. Here I go. Does Gidget see anything?
What's your perception, Gidget?
12.
12. Gidget does not see anything.
He's just like scurrying with his paws across crates and like kind of almost trying to look for something, but he's not finding anything.
Grant just like kind of puffs up his chest. Not that he has, it's just ribs, but puffs up his chest and okay. If I disappear, please come in after me. Okay.
I am right behind you, Grant. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay. And he just like runs through the flap.
You run through the
Charlotte
flap.
casually walks in after you.
You stand there in the middle of the room with the monkey and Gidget. And Shiloh, you eventually...
I think he would have closed his eyes as he ran through and just like as soon as he's in, just open them, look around.
You both walk to the center, sort of look around. Nothing seems to happen, but then the flap that you came through, you sort of, I would say, when you opened it, there was like a clip or something that you could hook it on that it doesn't fly closed again. But you see something strange. That clip undoes itself, and the flap closes.
That is not good.
And stepping out of nothing, so like you just hear a footfall and a person almost stepping out of the ether just steps in behind where the flap just closed. You see, let me just get this guy's thing real quick. Oh, nope. You see a tallish, almost devilishly handsome man wearing a pristine hat on him. He has a large, not a cloak, but like a trench coat that he wears with regal royal purples that run all across it. There's dull golden embroidery all over him. You see a purple scar under his one eye, and he has well-kept goatee mustache situation and medium-length curly hair that sort of sits behind his head. And he goes, more of you to join in on the show. And he sort of holds out his finger in like the shape of holding a gun, and he just makes like a pew sound, and you hear this roiling sludge from above you. And I would like all of you to please make a wisdom saving throw as sludge. Everyone here, so Shiloh and Grint, you see these purple sludge-like tentacles descend down from the top of the big top and begin wrapping themselves around you very slowly.
What? A wisdom save?
Yes.
15 I get.
Hey, natural 17.
I'm gonna say do this with disadvantage.
Ah, fuck you!
What? No.
Okay. So these tentacles take hold of you, and you feel like they are trying to influence your mind. You have a single round. What are you two doing?
We have the power of the bald heads. You cannot get into our craniums.
This egg is not just for show. I cast pincushion on myself.
Okay, to break the tentacles.
Yes.
Okay, so you choose to fail that save. Roll that damage.
Just want to see. So I take 2 for casting the spell, first of all. Then... Oh, okay. Fail the save. I take 11 damage.
But yeah, the spikes shoot out. This creature is going to make a dexterity saving throw. That is a 13.
13 dex, wait? Is it the same as the con save? I'm assuming so. So that's a fail. They also take 11 damage.
The spikes shoot out, the tentacles roil and move back upwards. Shiloh, what are you doing?
I think Clockwork was like just let out this screech as he sees the tentacles come up from behind me, and my arms just instinctively turn into 2 blades, and I just slash at the tentacles.
Okay, make an attack roll.
First one is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
It takes 7 damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, other arm blade. That's a 12 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So just 7 damage.
Okay. After you two slash these tentacles away from you, the man says, "Oh, no.
What is this?
This will not do. Why are you not enjoying yourselves? Come on, the show is about to start!" And he, like, wrenches out his hand and he releases a purple mist in your direction, and he like flings his hand, mist comes from his hand, and it engulfs all of you, and both of you, and in the mist, yellow eyes open up everywhere and look at you. I need you to make another wisdom save, Grint and Shiloh.
Fuck's sakes.
There we
2
go.
for a 7.
That's a natural 3.
So he casts hypnotic pattern on you, and both of you just drool begins forming at your mouth, except for you, Shiloh, and you become completely incapacitated. And he just goes. He claps hands for himself.
What about the homunculuses? Also wisdom.
Yeah,
saves.
they would also make wisdom saves. I completely forgot
I'll
about
make
them.
I'll make a wisdom save.
Oh, wait.
That's a natural 19 for the monkey, so he's chilled.
Okay.
He's been chilling.
We can make
I
one
think Laura
for
can make one for
Yeah,
each.
it's 11.
Gidget falls into the hypnotic pattern, incapacitated. And it is now Gidget's turn if he'd like to do something. Sorry,
How far
I
is he away
meant.
from Gidget?
Sorry, I meant that monkey. Clockwork. Gidget is in a hypnotic
The
pattern.
clock was just like, and he just climbing clouters up the tent to like scaffolding or something at the top, just staring down from above.
So, make an acrobatics check for the monkey. You watch. Only the monkey sees this, but as he climbs up, there is just this mass of purple sludge at
That's a natural 1 for the monkey. He jumps for the first piece of wood he finds and just slips, falls on his back.
He falls there, and as he does, he looks up, and there's just this mass of purple sludge with yellow eyes on it. Like, you know where the top of the tent, it's just gathered there, and it looks at the monkey.
He suddenly remembers that he can fly, and then he just puts on his propeller sprouts from behind his back, and he just moves 60 feet into the air.
As that happens, his turn passes, the man points his finger once again, and he does the pew-pew thing twice, and he eldritch blasts the monkey.
Let him try.
That is going to be... What's this thing just to hit? That is going to be 14 to hit.
I do believe that it's... Yes, I think that it's... Right, Nick, Yara? It's the... AC is like 12 or something. Or what?
I do think it's 12, but let me just make sure for you. I have it open here. It is 13.
13. Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, the monkey takes
Why
6...
why does he have to die, always?
Here's a loose end here. It's 6 points of force damage, and then the next one is another 14 to hit. Cost 2 Eldritch Blast. The next one deals 12 points of force damage.
Torquirk is out of action again. Fuck that shit.
The monkey pops up, blows up, the pieces fall to the floor. And then the man says, "Well then, let the show begin." And it fades to black. An undisclosed amount of time passes. And you all open up your eyes. You're all together in some place. You all are wearing different clothing, which you can think of for next episode. But it is all sorts of circus regalia and clothing that you're all wearing. And you find yourselves in a weird liminal space, in a room, smallish room, and its walls seem almost translucent. You can look through the walls, and then you see like another room somewhere else, close by, and another room, and another room. So there's like a bunch of rooms in this space, with these semi-translucent walls. And in front of you, there is some sort of circus game. There are a bunch of cups stacked on top of each other in a stall. And on a podium, a few feet away from that, is a ball. And you all look at this, look at each other in this weird space, wearing different clothing, not knowing what is happening. There is this perpetual purple mist everywhere outside of this room, yellow eyes watching from everywhere. And you just hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pandemonium Hippodrome. Your entertainment for the evening will be these fellows. They are highly trained circus performers, and I'm sure they'll make you all very happy. Let's see how this pans out, ladies and gentlemen, and let's have a great time together." And with that you hear claps and shouts of glee and happiness, sourceless, within this weird space that you are in. And with that, your stunned looks look at each other, not knowing what you've gotten yourselves into or whatever has happened. And that is where we're going to end the episode.
Fuck, okay.
Interesting.
Yes.
Ladies
I
and
am very intrigued.
Ladies and
Very
gentlemen,
intrigued.
that was episode 10 of the Brass Gasconade. Join us next time as we see what the Pandemonium Hippodrome has in store for our players. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
Wiedersehen.